But speaking of betting, how about teenagers now being able to trade stocks on Fidelity's new youth investing accounts? Fidelity said Tuesday it is launching the Fidelity Youth Account, an investing and savings account for 13 to 17-year-olds. The accounts will only be... Oh, you have a take. Okay. The accounts will only be available to teenagers with a parent who also has a Fidelity account. So I guess that's who's kind of watching over.
Sure.
It will allow teenagers to buy and sell stocks, ETFs, and Fidelity mutual funds. You have a take here, Will. Okay, here, can I just say, it feels like the McDonald's Happy Meal. They get you involved. They get you into the restaurant early in your life, so it will forever be a part of your routine.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Lay the foundation.
Building habits. Social media does the same thing, right? Get you YouTube Kids. Facebook was like, we're thinking of Instagram Kids. Well, yeah. You want if the kid becomes committed, I'm not going to say addicted, but committed to the platform, that could turn into a long-term customer. In fact, they say when the teenager turns 18, it will immediately transition into a regular Fidelity trading account. But I'm going to go to flip side now because I see your skeptical looks. You're saying, what about the youth? Take care of the youth. They're all getting strung out on this stuff. What if the opposite happens? What if it becomes a part of their, they become aware of it and sophisticated in it to the point where they're actually better able to manage it when it comes later in life? You know what this is like the argument when you're talking about alcohol. And if you and I went to Italy, you see some kid at the dinner table, he's 12 years old, he has a sip of wine, it's not a big deal. Mm-hmm. Right? But
just a little taster.
And then he hits a certain age, and it's like it's always been there. Like I'm cool, I'm okay with it. Mm-hmm. I'm not making an argument either direction. I'm just saying there's different ways that there's a different way of thinking about this subject. That in some ways early exposure can be catastrophic. In other ways, early exposure could prepare a person to be better set to deal with things that exist in the world when they get to that different age, instead of having it all come to them at once.
Yes.
At the age of 18 or 21 is the drinking age in the U.S.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said about exposure, I'm curious about how this Fidelity app, is it an app?
Yeah. It's an account, actually, but they do have an app.
I'm just wondering how it would look like and sound like, because, it can be easily, like, gamified, right?
Absolutely.
With, like, Warzone sound effects or something,
Dude, they already are gamified. The Robin Hood stuff.
Yeah,
there's like,
which makes it so like intriguing and fun, like a
congrats.
casino.
Yeah.
So I think the UX, they need to kind of figure that out. I'm curious.
But the thing is, YouTube does it, Fortnite does it. Yeah. Everybody wants your attention, Will.
Yeah.
Everybody cash your checks. And no problem.
I guess the second thing would be the 13, 17-year-olds. How much money do they have?
Yeah.
I remember I was like 15. I didn't have a lot.
Yeah, I think it would be a type of thing where maybe the parent would bankroll a little bit and say,
sure, yeah. Like, here's $1,000. Do what you
see where you end up. See where you end up. And maybe even the parent hoping they lose it all. So they can say, see?
Yeah.
You see? Take it easy. Get rich quick situation over here. You learn the lesson early as opposed to late when you're playing with bigger numbers or something like this. Or maybe a grandparent or maybe man, I know this sounds crazy, Will, and it wasn't you or I, but there are 13, 14, 15-year-olds who would get a job at the fast food or whatever, and they would save the money. Mm-hmm. It does happen. Mm-hmm. Save for their own future. It has happened in the history of time.
Yeah. I think this is a good idea. I think so. Because in school, did you remember anything about learning stocks or anything like that?
No.
Or the market?
No. Oh, yeah, okay. We did some mock stock trading. Yeah, we did. Okay. But it wasn't as dynamic as what we have nowadays. Even for adults, it's a different thing than it's ever been.
For sure,
with the scrolling and the swiping and the addictive nature of just the thing. You got to have some self-control. Where are you at with it? Are you still scrolling and swiping, or
No, I'm out.
you're
I'm
out?
out of it. Yeah.
You're out. See what I'm saying?
I play the long game now.
See what I'm
I
saying?
can't- It's too much.
It can affect your well-being, it can affect your mood, it can affect your focus. It's a really powerful thing. And so I wish kids the best, and who knows. I'm hoping on the bright side of it that early exposure can act as some training on what to do and not to do, but there's an equal amount of concern for the addictive nature of such a thing.
I agree.